Hello everyone, it's Jill Lancet for your Thursday night free card making tutorial. I hope everybody's had a great week. Tomorrow's Good Friday here in Sydney, Australia, and I wish everybody a happy Easter, and please stay safe and do some things that you love with some people that you love. Now, on the weekend, I had the last of the classes for March, and there was one card in particular that I absolutely adore, and it was too good not to share with you guys. So I'm going to do that card tonight, and I hope that you will find it a really, really lovely card. So we are using the in the mini catalogue, which finishes at the end of April. Okay, we're using this Layered Florals 3D embossing folder. That's on page 75 of the mini catalogue. Now don't forget that is ending. You know, don't miss out. If there's anything in there that you want, they are now as stocks last, okay, because they've released the list of the retiring or last chance products. And so, yeah, there won't be any more. If they're sold, they're sold. So, yeah, if there's something in there in particular that you really, really want, go make sure it's still in stock. If you don't see it in my online store, it's out of stock. If you have a question about it, you can always contact me and I'll check the inventory for you. No problem at all. Now, having said that, I've got all the bits and pieces in here. Yeah, I think this was maybe one of the favorite of the class, this particular card. So not a lot of supplies required, but I am going to show you the card itself. So here it is here. It's the beautiful, beautiful embossing folder. Now, Wink of Stella is completely optional. You don't have to put that on there. In fact, I don't even think I've got it with me at the moment, but I am going to show you how I've created this card. So hang tight. We're going to start right now. So I'm just going to run through the things that we need. I have a basic card base. Now, whatever country I'm going to put all the details below, okay? All the details below. So card base in Australia, of course, it's A4, cut in half and then scored at 10.5. So we have our card base there. We have a piece of basic white that has been cut with the deckled rectangles, the beautiful deckled rectangles. And I will put all the details below, okay? We've got a piece of lemon lime twist. We have a scrap of white. We have a strip of the lemon lime twist as well. And we're going to use some of this gorgeous, gorgeous bubble bath ribbon. I've got some of the beautiful iridescent basic jewels, rhinestones, and we're going to use some of our blends, and of course the embossing folder. Now, the two sentiment stamps are coming from Hooray for Surprises, which is this one here, and beautiful stamp set. If you haven't seen this one, you need to go and have a look at it. I will be doing a video with this very, very shortly, and some lemon lime twist ink pad. Okay, so that's what we have. Right, so now I'm going to get most of this stuff out of the way, and we're going to concentrate on what we're going to be doing. So with your piece of basic white that has been die cut into the deckled rectangles, you want to pop that in there and run that through your embossing machine. Now, mine's electric, it's just here, so just bear with me for 2 seconds while I do that for you. While you're there, just check out Maluka Wildlife Rehabilitation Centre, and I will talk about this a bit more. I have spoken about it in previous videos, but I will give you another little bit of information about this in just a minute. But that is my nephew Duncan. Duncan and his partner Jess and their family have devoted their home, their lives, it seems every waking moment, to the rehabilitation of these gorgeous, gorgeous Australian animals. Now look at that. I hope you can see that. Look at the beautiful, beautiful embossing. It is so beautiful. And you'll notice it's like 6 by 6. So it's quite a large one. Now we're not finished embossing, okay? So I'm going to take our strip, I'm going to pop that in there as well. And then I have a scrap here, and I'm going to just emboss one of the flowers. Now this is bigger than I need, so I'm just going to cut that down a bit. And I'm going to position this, now I hope you can see this, I'm just going to position this over one of the beautiful flowers. Now, of course, you can see through your embossing folder, so you can see where you're going with that. And that looks pretty good to me. So I'm going to emboss that. Won't be a tick. And a bit later on, I have some fun wombat facts for you. So, yeah, stay tuned for that one. Yeah, they're down in Tasmania. They care for these animals and release them back into the wild, and they're doing a fabulous job. And they are not for profit. They don't get any funding from the government. It runs totally on volunteers, and that moved. So we'll do another one. Oh dear, now you've got to sit through this again. We'll do this little one here. Just bear with me. And you can see I've placed it there. Let's hope it doesn't move. Hold your horses, honey. So this is run on volunteers and donations only. And as I said, they're doing a fabulous job. So if you want some cuteness overload, go to the Facebook page for Maluka Wildlife Rehabilitation Centre. There are oodles and oodles of photos and little video clips, and they just, of all the animals and the kids and the interaction, and it's just wonderful. So I'm going to pop that over there because we can't use that one, but we will use this one. Okay, so now we've got some of our bits and pieces, okay? Now, we have also 2 punches that we're going to be using. And one of them is this one here. It's called BOUGH. And the other is the Heartfelt Hexagon punch. And I'm just going to show you what we're going to be doing with that. I just need another scrap. Just bear with me for a minute while I get another scrap. Right. Okay. So, the first thing we're going to do is do some punching. So this piece here, as you can see, this piece is going behind our beautiful embossed piece. But we're going to do some punching out of it first because nobody will see what's going on there in the background. And yeah, it's a good way to sort of utilize your card stock so you don't have to get another piece out. So the first thing we're going to do is the Heartfelt Hexagon, the hexagon, and I'm pushing that right in right to the bottom of the punch. And you can see there, it can't go any further. I'm centering it up and I'm just punching that straight out. Now, with the other end, I'm going to use the bow punch, and I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to push this up in as far as it will go. As you can see, it's as far as it can go, and I'm going to punch those out too. We're keeping this piece, so don't throw it away. So now what I want to do is put all my little bits and pieces together. I want to stamp sending you lots of love. Sending you lots of love. And I'm just using Lemon Lime Twist. That's the only colour of ink that we're using today. So I'm just going to ink this up and stamp that on there. It's quite a pale green. But yeah, I think it complements this whole card. So now I'm going to be punching this out as well. So what I need to do is I need to stamp this just down here like this. And I'm just going to trim this off so I can fit it into the punch, and you'll see. Oops, she says. So there we go. I'm just going to trim this off now. And I'm going to show you what we're going to do. This is a great little trick that you can do with your punches when you want a smaller shape. Okay. So I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to line this up with the bottom. I'm putting the love close to the bottom. Okay, now I'm hoping that's even. And then I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So I've got that straight. I've got that centered. I'm going to punch that. And now I'm going to take a Post-it note and I'm just going to create a little handle on this. So I'm just popping this on the back. Okay, so I'm just popping it on the back like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the top half. I'm going to line the two sides up. So the two sides that the punch is already cut, I'm going to line up with the sides of the punch. And I'm going to bring this up to towards the top. But I'm holding those two sides lined up. I'm centering it. I've got my two edges straight. And when I'm happy with that, I'm going to punch it. Now I can get rid of the Post-it note. I can take this Post-it note off the back of it. And now I have this beautiful little bordered piece that is an accent piece in and of itself. So that's that done. So we've done that bit of stamping. Let's do the stamping inside the card, which we're going to use hope your birthday is wonderful, in the same Lemon Lime Twist. Now, of course, you don't have to use these colours. You can choose your own colours. I just thought this was bright and happy. Now, I hope you can see this. I'm going to line this up. Just bear with me in case my head gets in the way. Now, I've put this up towards the top because we are going to pop our beautiful little Lemon Lime Twist piece inside here. Now I'm going to use some liquid glue for this because this is lumpy and bumpy. Okay, so you want to make sure you're getting glue on the flattened edges, and with the measurements that I will give you, it is a very, very small border. So just line that border up, and that's the center of our card done. So we'll just pop that over there for a sec, because now we're going to do some other things with this. So we've got this, we've got these pieces, we've got our gorgeous little piece there, and we're going to do some colouring and some fussy cutting on this little flower that we have embossed. So I have some bubble bath, light and dark. I've got some, what is this? Light lemon lime twist and dark lemon lime twist, and I've got some daffodil delight. I have my colour lifter in case I need it, and I'm going to do, first of all, I'm going to do a bit of accenting on these punches, and I'm just going to use the dark lemon lime twist. Now there is a stamp set that matches this this punch, but you could have stamped it first, but why bother when we can just do this and create this beautiful little leaf and these little flowers here. Just going to give them a bit of definition on the bottom. That's all you need. And that will actually fade back. It looks a bit dark, but it will fade back. So we'll pop those over there while we do the colouring here. Now, what I want to do is, and look, it doesn't matter whether you go light first, dark first, whatever. I'm going to do the leaves, and I'm going to just do at the base of the leaves in the dark lemon lime twist. This is just the way I do it. And then I'm going to take the light lemon lime twist and starting from the tip of the leaf back towards the darker colour. I'm just going to finish colouring this in, and then over the top of the dark, and you'll see that it gives you this beautiful shading without too much trouble. I hope you can see that. So I'll do the others. So I'm starting from the tip and I'm working my way back. Hang on. And then I'm going over the dark, and it blends those two colours in very, very well. So this is the leaves of this. I'm not sure whether it's a magnolia or a lotus. I'm just not sure. So there's the leaves. Now with the pink, I'm going to do exactly the same thing. With the dark bubble bath, I'm going to do towards the center of each of the petals, or the base, whichever way you want to, whatever way you want to call it. So here's the base of this one, and the base of this one, and colouring, for me, colouring is so relaxing. I just find it really, really relaxing. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, I do. I find it really relaxing. So that's enough of the dark. Now I can go in with the light and do the same thing. Oh, wrong end. With something small like this, you know, start with the bullet point. And you'll see that it will blend those two colours beautifully. And I will hold this up when I'm finished. So just bear with me. It doesn't take that long, and the result is really beautiful. I did see this somewhere else, and I thought, oh no, I've got to try this, and I'm so glad that I did. And yeah, all of the guys in the class, I think, really, really enjoyed this particular card. So as I said, I thought this is too good not to share with everybody. Now there are stamens in here. Just do your best. Just do your best. That's all you can do. And the bubble bath will dry a little bit lighter. And you're left with this gorgeous, gorgeous 3D embossed, beautifully embossed flower as kind of like, almost like an embellishment. Yep. So that's that done. If you find there's a little bit too dark, you can just go back in and do that. Now with the dark daffodil light, I'm just basically going to colour in the centre. Colour in the centre. And then just run over the top of these. You can see that they've been embossed, rather than try and colour right around them. And it doesn't have to be perfect, guys. Look, I'm going to show you that now. What a beautiful, beautiful little thing. Now I'm going to fussy cut this out, so bear with me. If you're not into fussy cutting, just fast forward till you get to the other side. But I am going to tell you a few fun facts about wombats. Now I found out the other day that wombat babies are called joeys, and I thought, what else don't I know about wombats? I live in Australia and you know, there are things I don't know about wombats. What's going on there? So I dare say there's a lot of you out there that won't know these fun facts. Wombats, actually, they can live out in the wild for like 26 years if they're happy and, you know, got access to their own environment. 26 years, that's a long time. The other fun fact is that they live in burrows. They dig out these burrows, and so they effectively live underground. So, yeah. And that brings me to the next interesting fact. The fact that they have very strong forelegs for digging means that even though they have a pouch, the pouch faces backwards. Like the kangaroo pouches from the top down, theirs faces backwards so that they don't fill their pouch up with dirt. Did you know that? And here's another one that you may or may not want to know. When they poop, it comes out in cubes. I kid you not. I could not make that up. And the other thing is, they're a bit like beavers and some rodents where their teeth never stop growing. So they have to continually be chewing on some hard things like bark and things like that to keep their teeth in control. But yeah, that's some fun facts that I bet you didn't know, or if you did, you're smarter than me, because some of those I didn't know. But as I said, go over to Kanamaluka Facebook page. There's some absolutely gorgeous videos. Like if you really, really want to OD on cuteness, go there, have a look. And while you're there, see how you can donate. See if you can donate the cost of a cup of coffee. Speaking of, cheers. If you could donate the cost of a cup of coffee, which is probably about $5, every month, you can set it up as a monthly donation. Can you imagine what that would mean to Duncan and Jess and their family? It would take a lot of burden off the cost of running this not-for-profit, not government-funded, vitally important wildlife rehabilitation centre. So now I've got my gorgeous little flower. We're going to start putting this thing together. So this piece that we had, that we punched out of, we're going to be putting it behind there and nobody would even know. No one would ever know. So we're going to pop that onto our card base, and we're gluing this one down first. So the border is about probably less than 1/2 centimetre. So I'm just going to pop that down with some glue. These spaces in it, you wouldn't even know they were there. Once we've glued this on, you won't even know. So I'm going to pop that in the centre, across the centre of the card, being aware of that border. And this is a good way to get more out of your coloured cardstock. All we're using is this small amount. So you're going to get heaps of cards out of your coloured cardstock. So I'm going to glue this down straight on top of that. Let's just look at that again. Isn't that lovely? The detail in this is absolutely beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful embossing folders I've ever seen. So oh no, I need to put the ribbon on. Hang on. I have a length of ribbon here, and it's just going to go across the white embossed. Now, this is bubble bath with a bit of silver, okay? So I do need some Stampin' Seal, and I'm putting that around about 1/3 up from the bottom. I'm just popping a bit of seal there just to connect the ribbon to. Now, there is a right side and a wrong side to this. Don't know if you can see that. It's not as shiny, not as satiny as this side. So do check that. I mean, if you like that side, that's fine. It's still pink, beautiful pink ribbon. But yeah, just make sure you're aware of that. And we're just going to fold the ribbon over and secure it. Fold this one over and secure that. So now I've got this, I can glue this straight onto there. And white on white, oh, it's so beautiful. It's so elegant. Now this is very lumpy and very bumpy. So I'm putting a fair bit of glue. I always put some glue on the ribbon as well, just to make sure that everything is secure. And I'm just centering this up so that the border from side to side and from top to bottom is the same all the way around. And there we go. What a gorgeous, gorgeous looking card. And that's before we've even done any of the other stuff on it. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. So now we want to get our little sentiment, and I'm just going to pop some Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of here. So probably about 4 will be plenty. Oops. Okay, so I have got my take your pick. So we'll just get these off. Oh, I've missed you. And I'm just going to center this up on our beautiful little piece that we punched out. Now, they've both been made with the same punch. And doesn't that look really, really good? It's a frame now. It's a frame. So I'm going to glue that on because this is very lumpy and bumpy. I want to glue this straight on. I think you're going to love this card. I think this might be a favorite layout for a lot of people. So I'm just gluing that on. I'm gluing it onto one side. I'm just going to give that a minute to catch, and then we're going to play with this. Now we want to put this here. I want to put some of these leaves behind it and this smaller one here. There's a bit of a gap in here, so yeah. As I said, you could stamp them. Now what I tried to aim for was a kind of a loose, a widened L shape. So if I just pop a bit of glue on the back of this, or pop the Stampin' Dimensionals that I just had 2 seconds ago. Oh, here they are. Stop looking. I found them. Okay, so I can pop this one on here at the back. pop this one here on this side. And I'm kind of killing two birds with one stone. I'm attaching them and I'm putting some Stampin' Dimensionals on here as well. So that's going to go on the front here, just like that, kind of over the ribbon. And you know what? We nearly finished this. And this has been a really quick and easy card. And I will, of course, give you all the dimensions below. So you just want to center this up, just like that. And then we're going to put our gorgeous, these things are a staple in my room. They go with everything. They pick all colors up and they're just so, so gorgeous. So there's 3 different sizes. So I think we'll put a big one up here. I'm going to do the same thing as I've done here. I'm going to put a medium one somewhere down here, maybe there, and a small one over here. That's it. We're done. How beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? You learnt about wombats and we made a gorgeous, gorgeous card. So thank you so much for sharing your time with me. Again, my name is Jill Lancet and I love making these videos, but normally I would make them Sunday and Thursday nights. This week I'm having Sunday off, so there will be no video on Easter Sunday night. I'm just having one video break off. Yeah, a lot of things have been happening in my neck of the woods, so I'm just taking that little bit of time off. But please let me know what you think down in the comments, and I will put all the details in the description. So I will see you a week from today, being next Thursday night. Have a gorgeous, gorgeous, lovely, lovely Easter. Share it with the people that you love, doing your favourite things. And yep, chocolate is order of the day, I should imagine. So I will see you all next week. Thank you so much. Take care, everybody. Thank you. Bye-bye.